All right, guys, let's talk about rowing for a little bit. Like all these videos, we want to relate this back to the squat, the push-up, the jump, and posture. That way our time spent on the rower isn't just about cardio and rowing and developing our rowing technique, but it's developing our rowing technique in a way that's optimal for rowing, but also in a way that connects to everything else in our brain for maximal transferability out there. So, even though I'm going to be sitting on the seat, my posture and stuff isn't going to be very different. We're really going to use and think about everything we're doing kind of like a deadlift and a clean, but really using our jumping motor pattern. So what I'm going to do is with the handle, I'm going to sit just really tall. So we're going to really focus on just the catch position, which is going to be here, and then the release position, which is going to be in the back right after I just let my arms dangle. So let's talk about the back position first. As you guys are looking at me, this is going to be about 11 o'clock. My catch position up there is my back angle is going to be about 1 o'clock. So a lot of people think of leaning back and leaning forward in the rower as being these big things. So we see a lot of people get way back here. So what we want to do is we don't want to be straight up and down, but we want to be leaned back. And for you guys looking at me, it's going to be about that 11 o'clock position. So from this position, what we're going to do is immediately our arms are going to be relaxed. And then what we're going to do is we're going to try and load our big muscles here. So now we're going to hinge forward at the waist, create that 1 o'clock position, and then we're going to use nothing but our legs to come in as far as we can without our toes coming, or without us coming way up on our toes. So as far in as we can, holding that position. Now we're going to hold that position as we drive back into a position that's going to look a lot like our jumping position, and then we're going to drive and then pull the handle immediately relaxed. So I'm going to hop off the rower real fast, but I want to talk about what this looks like in relation to other things we do. So think of the deadlift. We get in the jumping position and we squat our way down. We squat our way up and then stand up with it. Jumping position, squat your way down and back up. It's very similar to what we're doing here. In a clean, we would hold that position to get to the jump, and then we would drive with our hips and then immediately pull with our arms. We'd pull with our arms to pull our bodies down to the bar in the clean. In this case, we're going to stay there as we pull the thing to us, but the patterns are very, very similar. It's the same stuff over and over again. So let's look at it one more time on the rower. We'll start from the release position here. So I'm about 11 o'clock, belly button drawn in, Kegel. My feet are nice and solid here, shoulders are back. Twisting into the handle like I would in a push-up. I'm going to immediately create something that's similar to that jumping angle. This is going to load my butt and my hamstring. So notice that the first thing I do is I lean forward, and then I'm going to follow with my legs, bringing me as far as I can go this way without going up on my toes. The anomaly here in the rower, which is different than everything else we do, is we're actually going to let our shoulders relax and reach forward. What's important is from that position, our first move is going to need to be re-engaging back in that shoulder back, externally rotated position that looks just like the push-up. So I'm reaching, but I'm staying solid with my lower body. I drive, I get those shoulders back, and I'm twisting in to get that power. Then I'm going to lean back and then pull, relax immediately. So just like we talk about timing and using our legs and hips as much as we can and then our tiny little arms, we want to make sure that we don't start an arm pull as we're coming back. Okay, we want to wait, drive with the hips, and then with that drive with the hips, we're going to pull and immediately release. Where do we pull? Elbows are in. We're pulling right to that sternum, so right under our chest. We don't want to pull way up here. We're not going to pull with those arms out to the side either. So the other thing we see is people start by leaning back, and then they just push with their legs and pull. So just like the clean, the goal is for the flywheel to be spinning as much as possible, or if you're on the water, for your stroke to give you as much momentum as possible at the end of the stroke. So if we use our power move at the beginning, power move, now when we drive with our legs, we're less powerful, and then come here, the wheel's not going to be spinning as hard when I'm going back the other direction and not putting any force on the wheel. So we want to save that. And we want to start smooth with our legs, and we're going to save the power hip drive and arm pull for the very end. That way that wheel is spinning as fast as we can get it to spin and as efficiently as we can get it to spin as we're making our move to come up forward. So the key to rowing and getting good at rowing is to keep it really simple. Work and in warm-ups and stuff, pause at your catch position here. Work on engaging those back muscles, being patient, holding that position, then driving back, and then work on immediately when you hit here, relax. Relax the arms. As soon as the arms go, follow it with the hips and then with your legs. So we're just going to get into a nice little groove here. And the key is, as you're coming back this way, the wheel is still spinning. Take your time. Powerful, take your time. Powerful, take your time. All right, relate everything back to the squat, the push-up, and the jump, and it'll tell you where to put your shoulders, how to rotate, what to do with your feet in all of these different positions. But we want to be working on these things in a way where they tie in together and transfer to one another. All right, talk to you guys soon.